I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we are back at you guys with Viking, episode 3, season 6, part 2.
Yes.
Or season 6, 13 episode.
Yes. It's getting confusing, but we know what episode we're watching today.
Yeah.
The Signal. So we also know what the episode is about.
No, really?
The Signal refers to Oleg's brother. He's supposed to leave a dagger somewhere for Ivar to find. That will signify that he needs to take Igor out of Kiev, and then there's gonna be an attack. So that's gonna be cool. We're not sure if everything's gonna go smoothly because last episode he slept with Katia.
He finally got it, guys.
Slept with her, the whole thing. Surprise.
Got me impressed.
The thing is, we're still not sure where we stand with her, and last episode he basically told her everything, so we better hope she's on our side because it's over.
Yeah, I really hope.
It'd be over otherwise. So there's that. Oleg is just losing it, on his own. He's trying to manipulate Vitzik against Ivar, using drugs. It's not good.
Yeah.
I fear for our boy, but we'll see what happens. Uba is manipulating people in Iceland too, so that everyone is, pretending to be okay so they can go to America together. But we all know that, there are secrets around and not everyone is telling the truth, or if anyone is telling the truth. And there's a mystery there about what happened with Floki. What else? Eric is also manipulating people in Kattegat because we need to find a new queen/king.
Yeah,
and we've got one wife of Björn who's pregnant and one wife of Björn who's just a badass fighter.
Yeah. So in any case, he's gonna get what he wants. No matter who wins, he's gonna get what he wants.
Well, he did go to both of them and strongly advise for him to become the king with her being the queen if she were to win. So and he went to both of them with that offer. So we know what he wants. I thought he was a better man than that, but then it's Viking, and it's history too, so I mean, humans. So without further ado, let's jump in this episode, see what the battle is going to be about, if the signal works, if everything works. Hopefully everything works. I'm tired of my main characters losing.
It won't, I'm pretty sure of it.
Oh, okay, let's go.
Alright.
King Ivar.
Why
What is it you
so
want?
many secrecies?
I request an audience with Prince Oleg.
Unfortunately, the prince is otherwise engaged. He is having a meeting with Prince Igor and your brother, Vitzer.
May I not join them?
I have no orders to permit that.
Oh, he's being cast out.
You're not in the circle anymore.
He knows what he's been doing.
It's Oleg.
Ivar, what do you want?
How strange. Everyone has been asking me today, what do you want? I'll tell you what I want. I want access to Prince Igor and Prince Oleg.
What do you want to talk to Igor about, huh?
There are things he ought to know.
Tell me then. I'll make sure he knows. See? You don't trust me, Ivar. You've never trusted me. You think I'm a fool.
It's Oleg who thinks you're a fool.
Oleg treats me well. He
No.
values me.
He don't.
Not like you, Ivar. You always treated me like shit.
You
Yeah.
are my brother. What in Odin's name does Oleg mean to you, huh? Huh?
He's the future ruler of Constantinople. What do you mean, huh?
Buddy!
Sad, poor Ivar.
Whoa! Whoa!
Just a cripple.
He's tired of this shit, but good. Not good.
Ivar might be a cripple, but he's a strong cripple, so
He's like,
be
no,
careful.
No, he overstepped the line. Oh! Boys, stop it! For once, you need to be on the same side.
Fight me.
Oh. Buddy! Are you kidding me? No! Oof. There's a part of me who wishes this was a
a
a
setup.
performance, you know, but
Even if it was, there will be some truth behind it.
there's definitely
No.
truth behind that. Vitek has always wanted recognition, support, love, respect. Oleg is lying to him and saying pretty things to keep him on his side. Whereas Ivar still doesn't trust him enough to tell him things. So
I've never trusted someone enough to tell him something.
I don't know why we should talk to Ivar. I thought you had frozen him out. I thought you preferred his brother.
What does it matter to you, my sweet?
she slept with him.
I know you're a sentimental creature. You have a soft spot for the cripple, I understand. But in real life, there's no room for sentiment.
He definitely doesn't know. That's confirmed.
You still love me, don't you?
Of course.
See, I was waiting for a scene like that between these two. Because we never saw them
Yeah,
speak
but-
to them, you know, to each other like
Each other.
this. So now we can actually know and see like how she feels about Ivar for real. And I do think she's starting to develop feelings.
She didn't tell Oleg that she loved him while looking into his eyes. Usually sometimes it means that she is not feeling like that.
And he doesn't know that they slept together for sure.
We've been neglecting you. My dear Ivar. After the defeat, I lost my faith. In God, in you, in everyone. I was suspicious. I saw betrayal everywhere. I neglected you. My darling wife interceded on your behalf. She said I was so cruel that I had no cause to be suspicious of you. Your brother, Peter, wasn't always so kind. I believe that he loves and hates you in equal measure. He's no real use to me. If you like, I will have him killed.
Oh my god. He's not gonna do that, no.
No.
If
One is
anyone
already
kills him, it
enough.
should be me.
A brother's privilege.
I think it's one more ploy to make them fight each other, you know? Giving one his attention and then whoop, switching to another brother. But Ivar is more intelligent than that. Like, he definitely knows that he's trying to manipulate everything. I just hope that Vitek knows it too, somewhere deep down. What the fuck? It looks pretty cool, but
So disturbing.
and it's disturbing for him too. What is she doing? Is that a coincidence that they're facing a storm right after she did her magic? Cause like, first thing I thought was like, is she trying like to kill everyone who might steal the throne? That'd be crazy. Or it's a coincidence. She's freaking me out.
Just a moment. I don't recognize you. Who are you?
I'm not Rus. You're looking out for the Rus, aren't you?
That's so suspicious.
And you're looking for something else. You don't even see what's happening right under your nose.
Okay, what the fuck is going on? Who are you? Bruce? I mean, it could still be Harold. Harold, you know, coming back from wherever the hell he is, manipulating people.
They are
Oh, yeah,
strangers.
he
Nobody
said-
recognized them.
He said, you're so focused on finding that one thing, the rust, that you don't see what's happening right under your nose. So, I don't know, maybe... Is it round 2? Or she's the signal. Is it the dagger?
Yeah.
So she is with the brother.
So she's the signal.
Okay. I like this confirmation. Thank you. Oh.
So, do you think that she wait or like just to be in his inner circle?
Possible. It's nice to finally be able to breathe.
You think Prince Oleg loves you? He doesn't love you, he despises you.
Oh, you're just saying that, Ivor.
Shut up and listen to me. I met him yesterday. He asked me if I wanted to have you killed. I could have said yes.
Perhaps you should have.
Fight together. Not
I would
against
have
each
never
other.
said yes. In any case, I need you. Somehow we have to spirit Prince Igor out of here and join with Prince Tyr's army in Novgorod. I cannot do that on my own.
Since it's my fate to kill you, it makes sense for me to stay with you, I suppose.
Such a twisted way of thinking.
I'll take it. Okay.
At least they're gonna help each other.
Get Igor out.
This is why you don't bring children on these trips.
It'll be alright.
It's kind of bringing me back to the first few episodes, you know? Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
I mean, who knows?
I don't know.
Is it the Oh my god! It's the imagination of a kid, but it's still pretty cool. Careful! Oh. Where's the kid?
Oh shit! Son of a bird! She cannot have a break, David!
Bjorn's last kid.
Technically.
Yeah, this show really hates daughters.
Yeah.
It's a risk. Like, that's why I did not want kids on this fucking boat to begin with.
I'm being suspicious now that she was the only one who went overboard,
I
even
mean,
though that she was a child, you know?
It's an accident, you know?
But what if it's related to what Ingrid did?
I mean, I was saying, we saw that storm right after she did that creepy ritual thing. It sounded to me like if any other fucking show, like, I would be like, well, she definitely wanted everyone who could, you know, challenge the rule to die.
What is it?
It's nothing. Everything's fine.
He's come back.
Who's back? Tell me which.
Which?
Who is it? Who is it? I'm very sorry to interrupt this election.
I told you! I told you it could be him! He was not gonna just lay low.
I like elections. Oh, by the way, for those who do not know who I am,
The fucking
my
king.
name is Harald. But my people call me King Finer. I came to claim what is rightly mine.
Well, to be fair, he's got a point.
You don't have to worry about electing a king of Kattegat, because I was, and I still am, the elected king of all Norway. And so, I am still your king. I am still your king. I am still your king.
Anyone who must say, I am the king, is no true king, you know? It's complicated because he was voted king of Norway, but then he's a terrible person for people to trust in. No one showed up when he asked them to. The Russ are still a thing. And honestly, as far as they knew, he was dead, and no one looked for him. No one, you know.
That much people care about
And,
what's going on with
to
him.
be fair, also when he fell, he literally told Eric like, "Fuck it, just leave, and find yourself a new place to live and stuff." He basically
technically
just,
gave up his crown.
well, not technically, but sort of. This is perfect. This is perfect.
You're not speak.
I don't recognize you.
Open the gates, huh? We all got somewhere else we want to be.
Don't ask more questions. Just hurry up.
Friends, remember this day. The day of our dear Lord's crucifixion. Kneel and pray. Elesigan after Halamida Kyuujin.
Where's Prince Igor?
He's right there, you know. He's right there. They really need to hurry.
Hurry.
Be fast about it. Be fast about it. Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up!
Okay, so far so good.
That's the first part. Okay. I thought like they were making a fuss about this, and it wasn't even the biggest gate. You know, it wasn't a gate out of the city. Oh shit! No. We're watching the next one today, so it's good.
Oh, like definitely knows now that something is up.
Oh, the tension. The thing is, though, he is in a position where he can't just go.
Leave.
Yeah, so timing is amazing. It's just, they're not out of the city yet. So, let's not... I mean, there's a complete other episode about this escape. So, let's have faith,
Part
but
2.
still. But yeah, that fucking thing with the cross. Everyone, like... I mean, we learned that the right way to do it is this way, but I keep seeing people do it the wrong way, so I don't know if this is another type, you know, of Christians. I don't know. But it bothers me every fucking time! So that was my little rant.
Well,
Anyway, so, Harold is a character. The thing is, he does not inspire faith, nor support, nor anything, to be fair. Like, he just wants the crown for the sake of having the crown, so...
Harold tends to be a very selfish man.
If he has
someone
to be...
who's not gonna give you something if you don't give something up in exchange.
But not necessarily. Like, he could have been good. It's just that after years and years of wanting something and he kept seeing other people get it. I think that now he's just fine with getting the crown through lies and stuff. Like, the means to get it to his goal doesn't really matter as long as he gets the crown. And now that he's got it, he's gonna, boast and defend his title, but he doesn't really care about what it means to have it. And I think that when he says he's changed, I don't really believe him, because you don't change that easily and that fast. I think that what he learned is that, yes, he needs to, switch his tactics a little bit. So that's why he's being nice to the girls, and he's, trying to manipulate his way into one of their beds, I'm guessing. Maybe he would
probably
ask...
both.
Because he did say he wants to be like Bjorn. It's easy to say he loves the guy when he's dead, I don't doubt that he wants to be like him, because he wants what Bjorn had.
But the thing is...
He doesn't want to be like him, he wants to have what he had.
I lean more toward the side that he wanted to be like Bjorn out of jealousy and envy,
Anyway, yeah, before, yes.
So...
And now he's just saying that it's changed. Like, now he says he loves Bjorn, and that's why he wants to be like him. I'm like, I don't really believe you. If you want to, be like Bjorn, it's one thing, but then he goes around and he's like, oh, I mean, I'm your king. It doesn't show that you have power. It just shows that you don't want to get rid of your toy. You've got your gold, your crown, and you don't want to get rid of it, but no one wants to follow you.
Yeah. I think that the main problem with King Harold right now is, like, yes, he got the crown. Yes, he got power technically, but just like you said, the way that he got the crown was by schemes and with lies.
And no one showed up.
He wasn't elected out of love by the people, not like Bjorn was, because Bjorn was elected ruler of Kattegat because the people want to follow him.
Yep.
You know, so usually people who always want something, even though they got it and they're not satisfied, because that's not really what they wanted in the first place.
Well, they voted for Harold because they thought he was going to leave them in peace or anything. But then when the world needed him most, when
They disappeared.
yeah, when they had to show up for something important, they listened to Bjorn's authority because of who he is and his, what his legacy represented, because he has weight behind his word. He was a legend. He still is, and he was a great man. So when he asked you show up for a battle, you showed up for a battle. Harold has done nothing to, to deserve that respect. So
Not yet.
And
Not
he
yet.
promised so much stuff. Like, no one really believes that he's truly the king of Norway. And when he disappeared during the battle, no one asked where he was or if he was still alive somewhere. No one wanted to try and find his body. Like, no one gave a shit. And I know we were in Kattegat, and in Kattegat, they never really recognized him as their king. But, I mean, Kattegat is the only one that fucking defended Norway to begin with, They showed up for Bjorn, who was in Kattegat. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I think some people follow him because, they were his followers to begin with, and they recognize his claim, and they think they have a bigger chance at, staying alive if they follow the king that was voted king. And if I don't know, like, they respected women in this culture, so it's not, a matter of, oh, he's against two women, none of which, have much claim. That is true, but it has nothing to do with them being women. But Harold has an actual claim because he was voted and he's been known and he's traveled with Ragnar and Bjorn and he's done some stuff. Gunhild has too, but she has no claim other than she's a strong warrior.
And she was Bjorn's wife.
And Ygritte was a slave who says she's pregnant, but then all it would take is for...
Ingrid. Not Ygritte.
Ingrid?
Ingrid.
Anyway, it sounds the
Ygritte.
same. She was a slave who was also Bjorn's wife, and she claims to be pregnant, but then all it would take is for Gunhild to say, oh, she was raped by Harold, guys. So, honestly, there's not much weight behind that either. And now we know that we had guesses because we saw her.
Bitch.
Yeah, we saw her. You said she was reading the future with entrails and stuff, but
With
she's
guts,
been, she was doing magic before, but this time, like, was creepy as fuck. Like, she literally went into Bjorn's tomb. I don't know why. I have a bad feeling about what she tried to do, especially since we saw the storm right after. I'm like...
Yeah, they are definitely linked in my mind,
Well, I would assume.
This is no coincidence. Even though that Elsa was a child, was more easy to fall overboard of the boat.
She's Bjorn's blood,
Too suspicious that she was the only one who died in that storm,
Well, yes and no. Like, I don't see, like, if I was her and I was like, oh, I'm gonna kill anyone who might, have a claim at, with the crown, I'd be like, Uba, Witzig, Ivar, yes, the girl, but then all of these guys come before her, they're adults and they have done some shit, and, like, let's not forget them, they are still around. Even if, like, Harold gets the crown and manages to do something, what's gonna happen next time Ivar shows up at the gate with an army?
Yeah, but Ygritte is definitely doing something because if she is responsible for Elsa's death, maybe she wants to be sure that her child will be the only
child of Bjorn
that is still alive,
Possible. We'll have to see. Like, I don't know if we were supposed to know exactly what she tried to do, or if we nailed it.
Because if you think about it, Uba, Witzig, Ivar, they are the living legacy of Ragnar Lodbrok. And her child will be the only living legacy of Bjorn Ironside.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was their...
It's just that after a while...
main objective,
The thing is, it's true that the more time passes, the more people will stop looking at Ragnar and start looking at his sons, out of all of his sons, the one that did the most for the people, was Bjorn. If you think about it, he was the one that saved Norway. So, and he's got a hell of a legend right now going around. So it's fresh in people's minds. So to claim, I've got the last living child of Bjorn inside me, name me your queen. I'm like, it makes sense. If that's what she did, she's a bitch. I don't want her to get the crown at all.
She's not a bitch. She's a witch.
Ah, there you go. Slight difference. But still, I've never really liked her. Like, I never liked her and Bjorn together because, like, that was another one that, messed with his marriage and played with his weakness and stuff. And I never really liked it. I pitied her when she got raped by Harold, for sure. Like, I don't forgive him that, and I never will. But then, like, the whole thing about trying to manipulate her way to the top when you don't really have the qualifications, especially in a time of war.
I also said it during the episode, but when she proclaimed her stand to become the next ruler, her first argument was that she was pregnant with Bjorn's child.
That's her only argument.
And that argument is not strong enough for any claim, in my mind,
Well, it could, because if she basically didn't say, I want to be queen. She basically said, name me your queen because I am the vessel of the future king or queen,
Yeah, but what can she do for Katia?
That's the thing. That's how I see it. I'm like, they have to still defend themselves from the Rus, and they don't know what's happening over there. Like, they have no idea. As far as they know, the Rus could show up tomorrow, They don't know. So, it's dangerous to proclaim queen someone who has never really proved anything in battle. I know she fought, but that doesn't mean anything. Children were also there that day.
Being able to fight doesn't mean that you're able to be a good ruler.
Yeah.
Those things are two different things.
Well, yeah, look at Harold. Harold is a good fighter.
Not a good ruler.
Not a good ruler, as far as we know. Like, he's dealt well with his settlement and stuff when he was king at his own place. But then king of all Norway, he relies too much on the crown and not enough on his deeds and his honor and the respect people have for him. So we'll see where that leads this whole group of people. But, that was... I'm glad he showed up. Like, we don't have many episodes left till the end of the show, so we needed to deal with him. But and now it's all in the open, so we'll see what they do.
To be honest, would that be nice if he does really change his mind and does really change his way of ruling people?
It's a bit late, I think, in the story to proclaim he's changed.
I wouldn't say, no, but he still got like what, 5-6 episodes left?
Yeah, no, but but his change has already happened, as far as he says. So I think what really happened is that he found out that he was left behind. He's got no one following him. No one showed up for him, but then everyone showed up for Bjorn. So then realize what you did wrong and what Bjorn did right. And now that Bjorn is dead, you can play off of this a little bit and be like, I love the guy. I wish to be like him and stuff, and do everything right. It's fine. I mean, even if it's not genuine, what really matters is that he's doing the right thing. But then, what is he gonna do with this power once he's got it? Is it still gonna be a repeat of before? No one is gonna support him really, and he's gonna lose? Is he just lying in order to, get one of these girls in his bed, kind of like Eric is doing?
We'll have to see.
Yeah. One thing, though, speaking of people who get in people's beds, that I really appreciated this episode is we finally got our answer about Katia. Jesus fucking Christ. It was so hard to trust her, and I like that we didn't trust her, for so long, because we learned in this show. We learned not to trust people. We learned it the harsh way, but we learned it, and I'd rather be suspicious of someone and then find out that, okay, no, I can trust her, than to trust someone and be betrayed. So it's a good thing. Like, her showing the dagger was the best proof we needed. Good. Now, I just wish they get out of the city safe with no one fighting, but then this is wishful thinking.
Yeah, but there are still a long way before they get out of the city.
And they're not out yet, and there's still the fight to happen.
Because right now Oleg knows that they're doing something, because Prince Igor is not there.
Yes. And neither is Ivar, and neither is Vitzer, and
neither is Katia.
So fuck. The thing is, there's still a battle to come because they need to attack the city after they leave, and I don't think Oleg is just gonna lay down and die, so And to be honest, like, every time we watch an episode of season 6, I've been thinking I really like the Rust chapter of Vikings. Like, I was pleasantly surprised by how much I love this chapter. So even though Oleg is crazy, I want him to, you know, leave the show in a badass way. So not just be butchered like he's nothing, you know? So I want him to have a badass exit. And I'm hoping for something to happen. Maybe not next episode, but somewhere in the story, I want him to have a badass way to go. Not badass like Bjorn level, but still badass, you know?
I got that.
You can leave in a badass way and still be evil and stuff. You know, if fucking Ayla left in a badass way, if you think about it.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna be
With
waiting
the
for
bloody
that.
belly, of
yeah,
course.
I'm gonna be waiting for that. The whole Vitsik thing is the last thing I want to talk about. It's tearing me apart a little bit because Ivar is saying he would never have, you know, asked for his death and stuff like that.
Well,
and he's his brother.
We know that Seeker's death was by accident because
His
Ivar
rage took over.
acted impulsively and he just threw it axe at his head.
But then he tried to kill Bjorn. And he did
he
not have, you
try
know...
to kill Bjorn, yeah.
We've always said, at the time it's true that he was a bit twisted when it comes to, you know, how he saw himself compared to everyone else. And I do, you know, say he has changed a lot since then. And maybe he's more the Ivar we saw in the beginning, I think, than before. Except that now that this Ivar, whose personality is closer to the Ivar of before, has learned also that if he goes that way, he's going to make many mistakes and it's going to be bad, you know? So he knows not to choose this path that Oleg is on, actually. So I like this Ivar a lot. He has made many mistakes and he's aware of it and he doesn't want to choose that path again. And he's more gentle and he says that he loves his brother a lot more. He shows it too. But then he doesn't trust just anyone. And I understand because it's a dangerous game surrounded by dangerous people. Oleg is not stupid. He's, you know, he knows what's going on. And Ivar cannot just say everything to anyone, you know, because he fears that someone's going to be listening or, you know, Vitsik is going to take some drugs and then he's going to say something he regrets. Anything could happen. So I get why he's not saying anything. But then doing that, he's playing into Vitsik's weakness, you know, his lack of trust. Just basically highlights how Vitsik cannot be trusted. That he cannot be relied on. And that's all he ever wanted, you know. He wanted to be important, to have respect, to have trust, to have people that love him, that surround him, and show it to him.
Yeah.
So for a while, Ivar was doing just that, but then Oleg likes to manipulate the people around him in the perfect way because he's good at it. And Vitsik is too fragile at the moment, so
into it, yeah.
Yeah, I love that in the end he still, you know, chose to go with Ivar because he understands that if there is an enemy, for now it's Oleg, you know. It's better to be with Ivar than to,
with his
you know.
brother than being with the psycho one.
I was surprised he went back to I'm supposed to kill you, you know, bullshit because
Yeah, true.
He thought for a while that, like, I was surprised when they met for the first time after Lagertha's death. That he had switched, that he wasn't mentioning at all that he wanted to kill Ivar or anything. Like, it's like he had embraced completely that killing Lagertha was his destiny, and so killing Ivar was no longer something he had to do. And now that they're fighting, he's, you know, right back to, I have to kill you.
It's really nice because that means that now I got a purpose to stay alive.
Killing his brother? I don't want him that to be his purpose.
No, but because... You know, after he killed Lagertha, he thought that his purpose in life was achieved and he was ready to just die. But now, by saying that his destiny is to kill Ivar, he's gonna try to stay alive to achieve it or maybe change it, you know.
Find yourself a purpose that doesn't necessarily mean you need to kill your brother for that, you know? You can help each other. Like Ivar, like I said, they both have gone through so much. I think Ivar needs a brother by his side, and Vitsik needs also a brother by his side. They both need each other, and that's all. They are all they have left.
Yeah.
They need to be on the same side. That fight, I did wish it was like a pretend thing to fool Oleg, but then there's too much emotion behind it. There's too much history between the two for it not to be real and genuine.
Yeah.
It's Ivar's weakness against Vitsek's weakness. You know, he was pushed down by Ivar so much, and now he pushed him right back down. Played over the fact that he's a cripple, and then Ivar fought back because you don't tell Ivar he's a cripple and he can't fight. This is the worst thing.
Yeah, no.
It's sad. I just hope it's not gonna tear them apart further. Like from there, like they've been lower than that, and they worked higher a little bit. Like they've built up that confidence a little bit. Then they went back because of Oleg's manipulations. Now please go up from there. You know, don't go down.
Well, for now they are working together to help Prince Igor to escape.
Well, yeah, but
so
I'm talking between them two.
Yeah,
you know,
but I think that by working together towards a common goal, they're gonna be able to respect and love each other and be okay with each other. You know?
I hope so. I hope
that'd
so.
be the main objective, guys.
I hope so because, you know, after a while of they fought each other, they've done terrible things to each other. I'm just so ready to have brothers actually be brothers in this show. They hate brothers. They hate brothers and they hate daughters in this show.
Sure they do.
Anyway, we'll move on and watch, you know, the rest of this escape because the tension is pretty high.
Just before we end up though, I said it before, but damn, Torvi.
Yeah, she keeps getting hit.
All of her child except one are dead.
Yeah.
All of her child.
I know.
All of her children.
But I mean, that's what happens when you fucking take your daughter on a cross, you know, ocean trip.
She's not gonna let her only child. Well,
she should have stayed with their child. You know, at one point, you gotta start, you know, blaming the women who make these decisions. We did not like when Lagertha lost her baby, but then she's the one who overworked herself when she was pregnant, and she knew she was prone to miscarriages. And then same thing with Gunnhild, who lost her kid after overworking herself. You know, when she knew that, you know, she was at a dangerous part of her pregnancy, and, you know, overworking yourself could lead to miscarriage. Same fucking thing with her. You lost so many kids, so why do you decide to go on that fucking trip with your baby and your little girl? Stupid decision lead to accidents like this. They've lost grown men on sea trips like this, so don't be surprised if you lose your child. It's really sad. It's just, I can't help but be like, I told you so. I know it's about her, you know, doing that travel with Uba. She wants to you know, be a Viking and discover stuff with him. I get it, but it's not a place for a child. There's a reason why fucking Ragnar left Björn behind in the first season. Anyway, I'm not I'm not bashing on her. It's just
Ragnar left him behind because he was too young to just go into a raid.
No, he didn't know if it was going to be a raid. He was going onto unknown lands.
True.
So anyway, but yeah, I'm not bashing her or anything. I do feel bad for her. It's just that after a moment, you gotta start blaming the right people. Okay, let's move on. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out if you want. The link is in the description.
And if you don't, you can wait the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be next week, guys.
Yes.
We're gonna see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.